Forgiveness encourages a better relationship with yourself by instilling the confidence to be who you are again, unabridged by past traumatic events. Ultimately, it is giving yourself another opportunity to be purely and naturally. The purpose of forgiveness is to relinquish the source of pain and to let go of resentment. It can be understood as you letting go of the chains holding you hostage to a reality that has passed. We often become emotionally attached to the presence of our own pain, so much so that it ends up becoming a part of who we are, thus affecting our worldview and the people around us. Forgiving yourself will encourage inner peace by suggesting understanding where there was once pain and confusion. For example, let's say you promised your kid's sister that you would get her a giant plush doll for her birthday. Because of this, your sister spoke about the doll all of the time and reminded everyone that you were going to get it for her. Then, unfortunately, and because of circumstances outside of your control, you were not able to get the plush doll delivered in time for her birthday, as you promised, thus leading her to be the most disappointed that she has ever been. This made you feel really bad because you always kept your promises. However, after the fact, you have two choices going forward: internalizing and holding on to that disappointment will have your entire demeanor shifted, and thus is also likely to have an impact on your relationship far longer and well after the event has passed. An absence of forgiveness of self will have you constantly reminded that you messed up and is likely to lead to further self sabotage and lack of constructive action because of it. Choosing to not forgive yourself is the choice to cherish that painful memory. And because your thoughts influence your actions, you are likely to follow with actions that would only continue your shame because you are the master of your reality. Following this example, this choice will encourage actions such as never making a promise again or avoiding getting your sister gifts at all because you are such a mess up and you don't want to mess it up again. These actions will only complicate your relationship with your loved ones and consequently confuse the relationship you have with yourself, further creating inner turmoil and distraught. In contrast, forgiving yourself would inspire a change in behavior because it is the acknowledgement of your mistake and the choice to continue to grow forward, thus untangling the mental knots of shame and self sabotage. Always remember, inner progress can only begin at the end of forgiveness because it is the closing of one chapter and the opening of a new. Forgiving yourself would encourage you to understand the gravity of the effect you have on your sister so that you can apologize in the correct way and so that you both can move forward in a loving and unconstrained manner. By forgiving yourself, you can begin to listen to how she actually feels about the situation, instead of how you believe that she would or should feel, fueled by your sense of guilt. As denoted in the example, choosing not to forgive ourselves encourages us to pile negative thoughts in our minds like residue that ends up clogging our thoughts, affecting our actions, and thus changing our reality. Forgiveness thus encourages a healthy relationship with yourself, and once that relationship is established, a healthy relationship with others is made possible.